Hello everybody, Tallpaw here with left-handed knife reviews, and today we are doing a $50 Spyderco knife comparison. Today we are going to be looking at the Spyderco Tenacious, Efficient, and Astute. Let's get right into it. Alright, let's pop these open and take a look at them, and we'll start by looking at the blades. The Tenacious is going to have a 3.5-inch blade. The Efficient is going to have a 3-inch blade, as well as the Astute will have a 3-inch blade. All three of these blades are in 8CR 13 MOV steel. All three of the handles are made out of G10, and at the time of the review, these knives sell for right around $50. Alright, we've zoomed out a little bit. Let me throw some items on the table for a size comparison, as the dimensions of these knives will start appearing on your screen. First up, we have our Dixon Ticonderoga pencil unsharpened, followed up by our Paramilitary 2, and we will throw another $50 option, the Civivi Elementum. Next up, let's talk about the Spyderco experience. A lot of people looking to get into Spyderco knives, this is going to be the first stop on that journey. So someone who's looking to experience Spyderco for the first time is often directed towards the Tenacious. A lot of forum posts, top 10 videos of $50 knives mention the Tenacious. This is a fantastic $50 knife with really good ergos and really kind of gives you a taste of what Spyderco is about. From the Spidey hole to the action to just overall being a really good knife for its price. Now, something like the Efficient, this knife actually weighs almost an identical amount to the Tenacious. This is a 3.5-inch blade, this is a 3-inch blade, both in 8CR 13 MOV steel, but this one feels like it has a lot more heft to it. It's a stainless steel backspacer, feels substantial in the hand. The real one position to hold this knife is a choke-up position, so the 3-inch blade feels even shorter than it would at 3 inches. Last up, you have the Astute. This one is very different than these two options. The blade shape, the way it carries, the overall feel to it, it does not feel like that kind of tactical knife that a lot of Spydercos give off. Even with the name, you go something like the Tenacious or the Paramilitary 2 to the Astute. This blade is fantastic for EDC tasks, albeit a little bit thick for the height of the blade. At $50, this is still a good option, but if you're looking for, amount of blade for $1, this one's a little on the lower end. Some of the similarities between these knives: pocket clips are all almost identical. All of them are giving you either left or right-handed clip options, and all of them can open fairly easily as either a left or a right-handed individual, depending on the way you want to open it. The Tenacious gives a very similar experience for a left and a right-handed individual looking to use the thumb hole. The hole is exposed on both sides well, a little bit better on the right-handed side, but you can still get purchase on it on the left-hand side easily. The Efficient covers up a section of this hole for a left-handed individual while leaving the right-handed side completely open. So opening this with the thumb hole in your thumb is a little bit difficult, but if you are looking to Spidey flick, this actually prefers left-handed individuals. As a right-handed individual, it is much harder to get your finger into the hole and get the knife open. This is also true for the Astute. The hole for right-handed thumb open is well exposed. Left-handed, it is incredibly difficult, but for Spidey flicking, pops right open. So I would say the Astute and the Efficient definitely prefer to be Spidey flicked if you're opening them left-handed. And the Tenacious can either be Spidey flicked or you can use the thumb hole if you are a left-handed individual. So what are my final thoughts? If you're looking at $50 Spydercos, any of these three options are a good option. These are all good knives that do come with its own set of struggles. The finish on this one and the finish on this one definitely struggled out of the box. This one had a large burr on the blade. This one had some incredibly sharp spots around the jimping as well as the Spidey hole. This one, not so much. It did require a little bit of oil to get the action kind of where we wanted it, but it didn't have any of the glaring fit and finish issues that these two had. But at $50, if you're willing to put a little work into them, any three of these would be fantastic knives. If you're looking for the biggest blade for the money, the Tenacious is definitely the way to go. This was also our preferred food prep blade, just due to the shape and the height of the blade. This one really excelled at some of those tasks. For general use, both Larry and I prefer the Efficient. The Efficient is an incredibly good knife with ergos that really spoke to our hands, and we have larger hands. This blade has really good ergos, and we did really enjoy using this for everyday carry tasks. And last off, we have the Astute. The Astute, I did find myself pulling out more often in the environment that I work in, just due to the fact that this is a very non-scary blade. And I did like that. It did feel much more, I don't want to say gentlemanly, but definitely more proper, if you will. And, you know, that is something that I really did like about this knife. I really also liked the fact that I could get it into some tighter spots. And it was different than knives I'd carried, which was refreshing. I hope you enjoyed this video today, comparing these three great options from Spyderco. This is the part of the video where I now warn you about delving into Spyderco. Knives like these lead to knives like these. Left-handed Spyderco Paramilitary 2, which is a fantastic knife. They make some really fantastic knives. There's some really fantastic options, and these are really the gateway drugs to things like that. So be careful. Thank you for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe for more great knife content. We'll see you next time.